Hey there, toy collector friends and Batman fans alike. Welcome back to the channel. I'm the Triple TC, that's the time traveling toy collector, and today we are jumping back into the Batman Automobilia range with another entry from the main line. This time it is a flying bat vehicle. I did comment in a recent video that I haven't really covered many of the flying vehicles. We've had the Batwing, and we've had the Bat itself. And I think we had the helicopter from the 1960s TV series, but that's about as far as I've gone. However, we do have a few other flying vehicles, and this is one of them. This is the first iteration of the Batplane, as it appeared in Detective Comics 54. And this model of that Batplane is released, of course, in the Batman Automobilia collection as produced by Hero Collector and Eagle Moss back in the day. A now defunct range, but you might be able to find some of them out in the wild. If you have, then congratulations. If you are still looking, then do keep looking, because some of them are out there. So here we have this blue, really nice bat blue, in line with some other bat vehicles, iteration of the Batplane. I will take the case off in a second. I'm just getting a bit of a feel for what the angles are like here, and how nicely it's presented. We do have the standard lenticular backdrop, which we shall have a closer look at in a second, and the plane itself is displayed on a sturdy base and is screwed into position, so we won't be undoing those. We'll be leaving it safe and sound, but that does mean we can maneuver our way around it with a degree of ease. Now, I have loosened this so it'll just come away, and that's fantastic. Let me just try and get this out there. Oh, this doesn't want to come out. Oh, there we go. Thought we were wedged in then. So here, for this particular version of the lenticular backdrop, we can see what I think there is the let's just zoom in a bit there. I want to say that's the Joker, but it might not be. It looks like it's the Joker, and that looks like Joker colours in terms of the air balloon there. But it looks like the Joker having a go at Robin there, the Boy Wonder. This is clearly an interpretation of a panel from that issue 54 of Detective Comics. Again, the lenticular element does give it a bit of depth and a little bit of sense of movement, and actually it plays quite nicely there with the Joker and Robin silhouetted, well, not silhouetted at all, but picked out in front of the moon there. That does work quite nicely. It's possibly the best bit of it all. That building just seems to jump about on the right hand side. The trees, they're sort of swaying, but yeah, for me the best bit of the depth of vision is the Joker and Robin there. I don't know the associated story, so if anyone does and wants to share it, then by all means do. But now let's just get into the main attraction, which is the Batplane. And this is, as I say, the first version of the Batplane. And it's quite striking, actually. Again, as it's a sort of comic book reimagining, there's not huge amounts of surface detailing. We do have a little, which we'll go over in a second, but not huge amounts. So in terms of mechanical detailing or anything like that, it's not really there. It is as comic book accurate as you can probably get one of these things, in that sense at least. So let's take a little tour around the model. You've got that wonderful sort of bat face there at the very front of the plane. I'm going to make an observation about how it's powered, because I can't see any obvious exhaust, and of course maybe there's a bat propeller hidden behind the face, but otherwise I can't really see how it's powered. But you know, it's Batman, so I'm sure he's come up with some sort of solution for that. But yeah, so there's that lovely sort of cowl-esque bat face at the front there with the little ears and the eyes pulled out in that almost silver, a silvery white shade there. Then we move along to the wings, and you can see the wings have a lovely sort of contoured, moulded in contoured detailing there, which are symptomatic of the bat wings, and also the flow of Batman's cape of the time. We do have some red stripes down the side, giving that sort of almost go faster stripes, and the undercarriage there that you can see at the front, and it's mirrored on the other side, has some lovely housing for a little wheel, and that housing does mirror that same sort of Batwing motif. We have here a translucent cockpit, so we can see through it. The interior of the cockpit is limited in its detail, but there's 2 seats at the front and an additional seat at the back. I'm just trying to see if I can get a nice shot of the pilot detailing in the cockpit, and I can't see, you know, not through the camera. I'm trying to do it just looking myself, and I can't really get a sense of there being any sort of joystick or any equipment on that or paneling, so I can't really see it. So if there is, it's lost to me. But there is seats. There are molded in seat detailing, so that's nice. Then we move along the rest of the plane, and you can see this tail fin here mirrors that of the wings, and the same for the final fin. And we do have another piece of undercarriage landing gear there just below the tail, which is very, very nice. Coming around this side, everything here really is a straight duplication of the other side. You can see molded in there, and also, to be fair, in the tail fins here and here, there is a little bit of panel detailing, which would be how you'd adjust the direction of the plane. There doesn't appear to be any sort of flaps matching that in the wing design itself, but again, we have that matching swooping contour molded into the wings, again with the undercarriage and a lovely support struts on the inside, which does give this a bit of a period feel, I would suggest. There's the head-on frontal view of the Batplane, and then we can sort of elevate it up so we can take a look along the sort of tubular body that we've got there. I think it looks really nice. I'll do a reverse angle there as well, so you can see the bat wings in all their glory. I'll try and go there, and yeah, and it really does look good. I think it's very simple, but I think in this instance, simple does a very, very good job of everything it needs to do. We have an interesting kind of display base. There's nothing additional around the edges, but instead of a sort of runway or anything like that, we have this very interesting design. Actually, stare at it long enough, make sure eyes go funny, because there is almost a rainbow quality. If you can see it, there's a multicolored quality within there, but it is also that sort of dot matrix kind of, this is how comics were printed kind of a thing. Although I don't actually get what I'm looking at. Is it whether it's a just general tarmac, and that's why it's a bit sort of dirty around the edges. I genuinely don't know. But I think all in all, it does make for a really good model, and I'm really grateful to have this. I think it was released as part of the standard range. I don't think, even though it's a much larger than slightly normal housing for it, I don't recall that the Batplane was actually a special edition. I think it actually was just part of the standard range. Much like its counterpart, the Batplane 2, which I'll do in a future video. But yeah, I think it plays really nicely. I think it captures the era beautifully. I think the coloration is really ideal. I love the realization of the contoured designs. It's very obviously the stereo. I was going to say stereotypical, but I probably mean stylized. The stylized bat vehicles of the period. And it just works. I think it just works. It would have been nice to have a little bit more detail inside the cockpit that we can see, but maybe that's my older eyes failing me. But nothing jumps out like it does in some of the other Bat vehicles that we've seen recently and in the past. But I love it. Let me know if this is a particular favourite of yours, or whether it's one you've not seen before down in the comments below. Is it perhaps one you really wanted to get hold of but didn't manage to, or does it have pride of place in your collection? All of your thoughts regarding this model, I'd love to hear. Additionally, if you do have a Bat vehicle that I haven't covered yet, and if you're not sure what I have and haven't covered, check out my Batman Automobilia playlist in full, and you'll see all the different ones that are already covered. But if there's one that I haven't covered that you particularly want to see for whatever reason, let me know the reason in the comments down below. Let me know which vehicle it is, and I will try and source it. I've got them all. But sometimes I don't necessarily it's people call things a certain thing and it doesn't necessarily tally to what it says on the strap line of the display base, so I have to do a bit of investigative work to find out if it's the right one. But yeah, if you've got one, let me know and I will up it in my list, my recording list of Bat vehicles, because I'd love to you know, engage well with you as a viewer. So if you do have one, as I say, let me know and I'll dig it out. Thank you very much. That's about all I have time to talk about regarding this model. I'm just glad to add it to the playlist. If you're still here, please drop a like to the video. It really, really helps. And similarly, if you are one of the people who have subscribed to my channel and you're watching this, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being a channel subscriber. It really is great. It really helps me get to my next subscriber milestone and makes a wonderful difference. It's great to know that there are people who are watching this content. And I know not everything is for everybody, but it's nice that I hope that I can give a variety of things so that plenty of people get something out of each video, and everybody gets something out of some of the videos. If you are someone who hasn't yet subscribed, then please see above my last comments there, and do drop a subscription to the channel. It's completely free, and it again really helps me get to my next subscriber milestone, which for me is a huge personal achievement, and you can help me be a part. You can help be a part of that by just clicking on the subscribe button. As I say, you don't have to watch everything if it's not to your taste, but there'll be plenty, I'm sure, that will be, as you found yourself here today. Thanks so much for watching. I've been the Triple TC, that's the Time Travelling Toy Collector. You have been a fantastically dynamic companion as I've walked us through the Detective Comics Batplane, direct from the pages of issue 54, realised by Hero Collector and Eagle Moss as part of the Batman Automobilia collection. And I very much look forward to seeing you in a future, or indeed a past, video. Just remains for me to say that a thing of beauty really is a toy forever. Take care. Bye-bye for now.